Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. Hey folks, it's David with URAL Motorcycles. And a couple weeks ago, I did the 2023 product update video, and I was talking about the CVU joints. And then a week or so ago, I said that they were in stock. I did a little short on YouTube and let you guys know that they were available to purchase to retrofit older URAL models. They will replace the old driveline. If yours is in need of service or replacement, you can upgrade to the new CV style. The intent of this video is just to show what you get in the box and the hardware kit and what you're going to be doing to assemble this unit to prepare it for installation onto your URAL motorcycle. So when you receive the drive shaft from us, it'll look something like this, with the hardware kit that includes new bolts and lock washers with pre-applied Loctite, a new spacer that goes into the seal that will go into the end of the drive shaft, and then a new O-ring. So to assemble these items onto the new CV drive shaft, things you may need: either a propane or MAP gas torch. A heat gun will also work. You'll want a socket to drive in the seal. This one happens to be a 26 millimeter, but depending on brand, you may be up or down the sizing spectrum for what fits properly on your seal. You're going to want to be able to fit right on this outer lip here and not contact the inside at all. Either a small or large hammer, there's not too much force needed for this. A vise can sure come in handy. Some gloves to hold the drive shaft if you do heat it up. You don't want to be touching hot metal. And then if you do use a vise, you may want to wrap the drive shaft so the jaws don't scratch the nice new finish. So again, here's a little bit of a close-up. You can see the distance bushing or spacer. It's right there. We're going to be using a new seal in the new drive shaft end. It's going to go in with the open side facing out, and the seal, the closed off side, is going to be facing in here. That bushing goes right through the seal when it's assembled. This O-ring is going to replace the one in this groove. And then you have your hardware that you'll use for mounting it to the final drive. So you're not going to need this for the drive shaft assembly. So the first thing you want to do is remove the plastic bag and rubber band from the end of the drive shaft that mounts up to the final drive. And you can see the space here for getting your wrench on when you're tightening up your axle nut. The axle will go right through the center, and then the flange holes for the new hardware, the new bolts and lock washer, will go into your final drive to mount this. And then you have the hardened alignment pins, and one has got mostly a flat side to it, and the other side has got a more extreme taper. That tapered side is going to go into the holes opposite the bolt holes to help align it on the final drive. Now, the two pins that I have here, I put in the freezer a couple hours ago, and even without heating the hub, just with the cold pins, I can actually get the taper started. And very gently drive them home, See, I didn't even hit it that hard, and I was able to hold it with my hand and didn't even require the use of a vise. Now you can also, in addition to putting the hardened dowel pins into the freezer and making them cold, you can also apply a little heat. If all you have is a propane torch, you can do that. Just watch the finish that you don't burn it. But if you heat that area up, even if the dowels are at room temperature, you should still have the same success I had with the first one. And you'll hear the tone change when it bottoms out. It'll go from a high-pitched tap to a dull thud when it's seated in the bottom, and they should both be nearly identical. If you get a good look at that, you probably can't pick it up in the video, but they're seated nearly the same. And like I said, if you are going to use propane or MAP gas to heat this flange up, this is why you don't install any of the rubber bits beforehand, because you don't want to melt them. So you install the pins first, and then that's where the gloves would come in handy, because you don't want to grab this after you've been heating it up either with the heat gun or a torch of some sort. Secondly, we will take our O-ring, our rubber O-ring, and we're going to put it right in this groove here. It's very simple. Without any lubrication or anything, you just walk it around. Make sure that it's not twisted. This is where the vise comes in handy. It can also be used in this manner to put the hardened dowel pins in. But as I just demonstrated, it's not necessary exactly. It doesn't take a lot of force to get them in. But once they're in, they're definitely in there for good. So you can wrap your drive shaft to prevent marring on the finish. And this is just a 22mm wrench, same wrench I use for the drive shaft axle bolt. Just get it in there snug, and it's pressing against the wrench to act as a little bit of a stop for putting in the seal. And as I mentioned, the closed side of the seal is going to go face down, and then you can literally push it, get it started evenly, working it around. You don't want to get it cocked in there. And then I'm going to take my socket that I've previously determined is the correct size to get on the outer ring. You don't want anything beating on the inside here or deforming it. And of these two hammers, I'm going to use the small one just to demonstrate. Just gently tap in place. If you have a press, you can press it in. But honestly, it's not anything that the average person couldn't do with some basic tools in their garage. You get it worked down, and you'll feel when it bottoms out. Okay? It's just that easy. Take your wrench out. You insert your distance bushing or spacer, whatever you want to call it, and you're ready to rock and roll. So I appreciate you watching. That's going to finish up the video. If you like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell icon so you'll be notified as soon as we upload new videos. If you're watching this on YouTube, I've also added links up on our banner so you can go directly to our website, you can go directly to the URAL shop, or you can view our Instagram or Facebook feeds. If you're not on YouTube, you can always go to IMZ-Ural.com click the shop tab at the top of the page and it will take you to our online store so you can view this product and many more. If you feel like the installation of the CV driveshaft is beyond your skill level, you can also use our website, use the dealer locator to find a dealer or a service center near you that would be more than happy to help you with this kind of conversion. As always, I appreciate you watching. Take care and ride safe.